Hey there, welcome to my man cave. Yes, it is a man cave. Look at the paneling. Ooh, right? You know, who puts paneling up? Somebody who accidentally misfires their gun. Gee, I wonder who did that. Okay, anyway, yes, it's Texas. We have a new job today, and it's a comb. Now, why am I making a video about fixing a comb? Well, okay. This is my wife's comb, and she was halfway around the planet visiting her family, and she borrowed this from her mother, and being my wife, she used the comb and then stuck it in her luggage, and then, without telling her mom, flew all the way home with it. So now, this is her mom's comb, and it's kind of special. So I have to fix it. Now, there's two ways to do this. There's super glue, and then there's JB Weld professional strength binary epoxy. So the JB Weld comes in two components, and you just mix it evenly, very small amount. And in most cases, it's stronger than, say, the original part. How do I know this? Well, okay. If you've ever bought a recliner, a really fancy piece of furniture, a lot of the time they're made as cheaply as possible. And there we go. I think I got it now. The handles on the sides are just thin plastic, not very well reinforced, and they're assembled inside the furniture on a bracket which is nailed to a piece of wood, and that piece of wood is stapled to the inside of the couch. Yeah, try and get that out, right? You take that out and you probably will never get it back in, because there's no way to get a staple gun or a nail gun up inside the couch and bam, 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 and put that part back in, right? So, unless you've torn that whole couch apart, you'll never get that lever mechanism back out. I've broken one of those, and I was able to use this product on it, and I was able to glue that handle back together. One broke after 6 months, and I've never gotten back to doing it again. The other one has lasted 2 years. Like, wow, okay. So, and that one gets heavy use, constantly, pulling on that lever and to get the feet up. So this stuff is crazy strong. It bonds the thinnest little pieces together with incredible strength. So, if you're pulling this way, it's great. If you're bending or levering the part, it's also really good. That's something that super glue isn't very good with. If you're going this way, it's really great. If you're bending the part, it's not so hot. But super glue does offer an instant bond. This stuff hardens in about 6 minutes, and then it cures in about a day or two. So just remember that. JB Weld cures in about a day or two. So that's my lesson on JB Weld versus super glue. Most people have seen how super glue works. Anybody who's stuck their finger to their face and hasn't, found a way to get their finger off, well, that's super glue. Yes, a lot of people have gone all day like this, unable to get their finger off their face. So I prefer this over super glue because I get super glue on my fingers all the time, and you certainly don't want to be touching your face. This stuff is a little better. You can touch your face, you can wipe it off, it dissolves pretty easily, little was it QD electronics cleaner, and you can remove a whole blotch of it, which I got on my elbow here, in a few seconds. So great stuff. All right, so let's get to this repair of my wife's comb. All right, back again. Here we are at my computer workstation. Here is the comb. I have put down a piece of paper, and I have my super glue ready. These caps will sometimes glue themselves to the base of the cap, which is got a little narrow, pinpoint applicator in there. If that is on there and it doesn't come off, well, just remove the applicator and punch a pin or say a razor knife down in the super glue and just open it up. If that super glue is only a month or two old, it should still be useful, but you're going to have to use a razor knife to open up the tube of super glue. Don't buy, giant tubes of this stuff. There's a reason why it's sold in small amounts, because the glue hardens and, there's no way to get at it again. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the top and see if I can get a dab on the paper first. And the answer is, nope, I can't get a dab on the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice off the end of the applicator. And it looks like I'm getting a little bead of glue on my knife. So, hey, it's just the tip was clogged, okay? And I was able to get that to work. So I'm going to be able to use the applicator on the super glue, but I had to slice off the end. For now, it's just a slit. I haven't removed the actual tip. Okay, so now moving on. Okay, so here's the comb. I'm going to take some alcohol, and I'm going to move my camera way out of the way because of the fumes. And I'm going to clean the comb with some alcohol. So don't use all-purpose cleaner because it just won't work. So I'm going to clean that half with the alcohol. Then I'm going to clean this half with the alcohol. Okay, so done, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay. Now, I have some wet super glue on the knife edge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knife edge and I'm just going to wipe it onto the comb surface. Try to get it spread evenly. Take the comb, line it up, and touch it together and try to get it as perfect as possible. So I'm holding it together and I'm just going to blow on it. Don't touch it with your finger. That stuff will cure instantly and you will glue your finger right to the comb and you're not going to like that so much. Still blowing on it. Now I'm kind of releasing my grip little by little to see if it moves. Still blowing on it. Look at that. Don't touch it with your finger. Careful. Again, don't touch it with your finger. What did I say? Don't touch it with your finger. Don't touch it for at least an hour with your finger. Because if there's any residue that's still wet, if there's a blob on that thing that you missed, and there really isn't any very large blobs here. Oh, nope, there is one. Sorry. There's a blob on the back of the comb here. So if I touch the side, I might be okay, but if I touch the back, that blob will cure to my fingertip instantly. And my fingertip will be glued to the comb. That's not smart. Now, what you can do super glue is great stuff. What you can do is you can take the alcohol that's on the napkin and wipe off the super glue. Don't touch it with your finger. Don't touch it with your finger. Can you see that? Can you see the break? Really, it's hard to see with the camera, isn't it? See if I can, yeah, you can just barely make out the crack. What did I tell you? Don't touch it with your finger. Thank you for watching today. And I want to wish everybody a happy 2023. Bye-bye.